Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Will Wired Ridge's marriage answer Luna ready? Finally, a recap of the bold and the beautiful is available. Will Spencer gets wired in today's episode? Luna Nozawa prepares her firearm in the meantime. In addition, Ridge Forrester responds to Taylor Hayes' proposal of marriage. Ridge is in disbelief. Taylor talks extensively about their ties, relationships, and family. In order to bring their family back together, Taylor urges them to be married. A ring for engagement is pulled out. According to Ridge, Taylor helps him become a better man. The marriage proposal is accepted by the designer. Whoa, that was surprising. They share a kiss as Taylor puts the ring on Ridge's finger. Brooke Logan is still being warned by Katie Logan. The blonde is adamant that Taylor understands she is merely a rebound. According to Brooke, Ridge is a pointless sense of duty. Ridge's commitment to Taylor is something Katie wants her sister to acknowledge. Katie believes it's finished. According to Brooke, Ridge would never wed Taylor. Katie points out that it's already occurred a couple of times. Luna is thrilled that Will is coming over to the apartment. Miss Narcolepsy, as she refers to Electra Forrester. Sheila Carter-Sharp finds Will's abrupt change suspicious. Sheila tells Luna to use caution before leaving. While an officer ties a wire to Will's chest at the Cliff House, Deputy Chief Bradley Baker is giving him counsel. Lipstick, which is actually a wide-angle camera, is presented to Will. In order for them to see what's happening, Will needs to figure out how to put it in the apartment. Will is going to correct the horrible error that Bill Spencer made. Luna prepares and stores her gun after Sheila departs, but before Will shows up, she lets Will in when he arrives. Will plants the lipstick camera and requests water. After returning, Luna begins slamming Electra. She is described as dangerous and attractive by the young male. Steffy feels worried as Electra observes. Does she find this too difficult to watch? Electra is resolved to show courage. Will abruptly altered his mind, and Luna asks why. Will claims that Luna is aware of his desires. He must utter the things for the brunette. She's got him up. Will, what specifically do you want from me? Nick was listening from the opposite side of a shrub when Taylor asked him to marry her, and Ridge gave her a questioning look. Ridge, you are loved. You're my type. We relate to each other because we have spent so many years together. It's how we get along. Why wait given our desire for one another? When you know exactly what you want, life is too short and I want you. Tell me you have the same desire. Taylor said, tell me you want me to be your wife. Nick continued to listen to Taylor's argument. Because they were living together, Ridge believed they were already committed. I have to admit that this proposal has caught me off guard a little bit, Ridge stated. Taylor was determined not to give up and even prepared the engagement ring. Reminiscent of Ridge's treasure hunt idea from St. Thomas years ago, she produced a small treasure box. On my finger, slide this ring on. Tell me your true feelings for me and your desire to live out the rest of your days with me, Taylor asked. Ridge told Taylor that she improved him and that he was in love with her. That ring should have been on your finger the entire time, and that is what irritates me. After saying, I promise to make it up to you because we miss so much, Ridge put the ring on Taylor's finger and planted a kiss on her. Brooke and Katie carried on talking about Ridge in Eric's office. I just hope Ridge doesn't make any more rash decisions, Brooke replied. Katie inquired. What could be more rash than immediately running to Taylor? It didn't really matter, Brooke thought. According to Brooke, they would grow and learn from this experience, but they would eventually find each other in the world. Ridge felt obligated to Taylor, and she was certain that was the only reason. Brooke remarked, they both know what they have isn't real, which infuriated Katie. She is not hallucinogenic. She is aware that she is the rebound. Why she would accept something like that is beyond me. Although it felt like an uphill struggle, Katie tried her hardest to communicate with her sister. Brooke, I believe it's time to confront some harsh realities. As Katie noted, if Ridge claims to be committed to Taylor, then he is a man who keeps his word. Even after Brooke pointed out that Ridge had betrayed his promise to her, Katie believed Brooke should give up on Ridge. Brooke stuck to her one-track thinking. I continue to have faith in Ridge and myself. Only because of what transpired between us is he with Taylor. And as a result, Their connection is severely damaged and hollow. Brooke emphasized. I do think I am the woman Ridge wants to spend the rest of his life with, not Taylor. Will thought it was his responsibility to assist in bringing down Luna, even if Elektra was uneasy about what he was going to do at Steffy's house. I can get her to open up and get her to admit that she's planning to hurt Steffy, Will replied. The police were en route with a wire for Will when Lieutenant Baker declared that he had a court-issued surveillance warrant. Will set up the camera so the crew at Steffy's house could see everything happen as Luna turned around to bring him a bottle of water. Luna said, Be careful, Will, because I'll ruin you if you let me, in response to Will telling her how attractive she was. Additionally, Baker asked Will to place a camera in Luna's apartment that was camouflaged as lipstick. Will maintained that this was the appropriate thing to do despite Steffy's constant questions about his certainty. Luna poses a threat to more than just you and the children. Elektra has also been threatened by her. Will declared, I'm going to be the one to get us out of this mess, even though my dad got us into it. Luna was ecstatic about the prospect of Will visiting. Luna exclaimed to Sheila, Finally, Will and Princess Prude aren't together, and he wants to see me. But Sheila didn't believe her. As Sheila changed into a sultry sundress and reapplied cosmetics, she listened to Luna babble about how boring Elektra was. Luna, this seems odd, doesn't it? I genuinely want to see you happy. Will is suddenly messaging you back, she inquired. Sheila ultimately concluded that she couldn't say much to make Luna suspicious, so she left to give her granddaughter some privacy. She merely replied, Be careful, and left the room. Luna told herself, I'll make Will show me how much he wants me. But before Will knocked on the door, she made sure her rifle was loaded. Before allowing him entry, Luna placed the firearm in a drawer. Will repeated the falsehood that he had ended his relationship with Elektra. And your first thought was that you had to come to see me, Luna said. As Will did his thing and Luna persisted in insulting Elektra, Steffy, Finn, Elektra, and the police looked on. Will made an effort to be kind. You were correct, though. Elektra is charming. Extremely sweet. But I believe I need a little more in my life. Luna, she's simply a girl. A woman is what I need. I believe that my relationship with Elektra was genuine. Yes, I did. I'm not excited by her, though. Not in your manner, he said. All of this seemed a little strange, Luna had to concede at last. All of a sudden, you stopped disliking me and started wanting me. Will, what's going on? What specifically are you looking for from me? She inquired. When Will said, I'm pretty sure you know what I want, Will declared his desire for Luna. Will started talking about how everyone had abandoned Luna. He expressed sympathy for Luna's failure to get to know her father. He understood that Steffy was solely to blame. You've been dealt bad hand after bad hand and you're surviving, Will stated. Luna laughed at the notion. Do you call this that? I am alone. There is no one to whom I can turn. Even though I am aware that what I did to Tom and Hollis cannot be forgiven, I could see my father's love for me when I gazed into his eyes. And without Steffy, he would be in my life, Luna remarked. However, I don't want to discuss my dad or Steffy. She went on to say, That's not why you came here. Before embracing Will and bringing him close for a kiss. Sheila sounds will alarm Luna, but Ridge says yes to Taylor. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes will not see any justification for delaying her remarriage to Ridge Forrester. Taylor will therefore make another proposal in the hopes that Ridge will accept it and marry her. Ridge will undoubtedly appear apprehensive about making such a significant move, but he doesn't want to disappoint Taylor. Ridge simply cannot refuse Taylor when she is sitting there wearing her own ring and wearing an eager expression. According to B&B teasers, when Ridge accepts the engagement, Taylor will be overjoyed. After Taylor puts on the ring, she will give Ridge a passionate kiss and anticipate carrying on the festivities at home. Nick Marone will choose to update Brooke Logan once he has finished listening in on their marriage conversation. Nick is going to be heading to Forrester Creations shortly to share the news of Ridge and Taylor's engagement. Katie Logan will continue to accept that Ridge is only with Taylor because he promised her. Katie could be more worried about Ridge actually keeping that promise this time, though. Brooke will counter that Ridge and Taylor are both aware that their possessions are fake. Despite Brooke's belief that Taylor and Ridge will soon end their romance, the impending engagement announcement will cause her to experience some heartache. More information about Will Spencer's impending trap will also be revealed to fans. Will claim he is prepared for this as he equips himself with a wire for his Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, assignment. Steffy Forrester will ask Will if he is certain about this when John Finnegan reminds him of how dangerous Will is. Despite the dangers, Will follow through on his promise to be the one to rescue them from the predicament Bill Spencer put them in. Bill's pardon of Luna created a lot of trouble, but Will wants to get Luna to confess to the Steffy scheme and put her back in jail. Sheila Sharp will raise the alarm about Will abruptly messaging Luna back as he hugs Elektra Forrester and gets ready to enter the lion's den. Sheila will note that Will's unexpected reaction looks odd, but Luna will be too consumed by Will to see things Sheila's way, at least for the time being. Luna is going to disregard the warning signs and invite Will into her house despite Sheila's suspicions that he might be preparing a trap.